details about the specific important points that are included in this essay. That except the Lord built the house, they labor in vain who built it is from Bible, Psalm 127. Okay, so it is a quotation from Bible, and the World War mentioned in this essay is World War II, and Dr. Arnold Toynbee is a famous historian, British historian. Now, the author lives in a very old, shabby apartment that is mentioned in this essay. Then the author rejects love as a spirit for reconstruction of the world. The reason for this is that because we cannot love strangers, we can only love those things that are private to us. Those who applied love to rebuild civilization, those are Christian civilizations of the Middle Ages and then French revolutionaries. They reasserted the brotherhood of man through the great idea of principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity. So they failed after even doing all these things. They failed. Tolerance is a very dull virtue. So what is a very dull virtue? That is tolerance. The quality of a sound mind is something that comes from this principle of tolerance. Now, jazz is a type of music. It is famous American type of music, and he says that there are two possible solutions. What are they? There are two possible solutions. That is Nazi way, that is violence, and democratic way, that is tolerance. And the author prefers democratic way. Now, the people whom author going to tolerate after World War II is basically Germans. So he gives the example of Germans because Germans are the people who assaulted them directly. Now he says that Germans exterminated Jews. That is related with the event related with World War II. Tolerance requires to move forward in an overcrowded and overheated earth. So, what is the emotion that we require? What is the principle, guiding principle that we require? That is tolerance. Now, the famous personalities who rejected tolerance, that is Paul the Apostle from the first century, Saint Paul, and Dante Alighieri, Italian poet, writer, and philosopher. That Dante Alighieri is a famous writer. This Inferno and that kind of things. He wrote. He's a very famous Italian poet. Now, famous personalities who supported tolerance. Ashoka, the Indian emperor of the Maurya dynasty, son of Bindusara, and his period was from 268 to 232 BC, and he followed Buddhism. Then another person was Erasmus, Dutch philosopher, who was attacked by both the two groups of fanatics, religious fanatics. Then Michel Montaigne is known as Lord Montaigne, famous for his essays. Then his book, The Prince, and all these kind of things are very essays are very famous. He he popularized the essay as a literary genre. Then John Locke. John Locke is an English philosopher. He is considered as the father of liberalism. Okay. Now we have the other person, that is Sidney Smith. Sidney Smith is an English wit writer and Anglican clerk. Okay. Now Louis Dickinson. Louis Dickinson is he's the author of this book, A Modern Symposium. A Modern Symposium is considered as the Bible of tolerance. It's a very important point. Okay, the book A Modern Symposium is the Bible, considered as the Bible of tolerance. It is written by Louis Dickinson. Louis Dickinson. Okay. Now Goethe is a German philosopher, and the example for fanaticism, that is we have this tendency to see mistakes in others. The example is given as racial prejudice, that is Nazis are given, and British are also not free from this evil, that is racial prejudice. So these are the things, important points, detailed facts related to the essay.